At this point, we do not know all about this variant, but we know enough to be concerned. You have read about the multiple mutations and what that might be. And we know from our experience with the Delta variant that it is a race against time. Therefore, till we know what's going on, and this will take 2 to 3 weeks, that scientists tell us, we have to do everything possible to make the best out of the time we have till we have certainty about the characteristics of transmissibility and severity of Omicron.
Thank you very much. We will now take a few questions.
It is good that they take their 2 to 3 weeks. This is, in normal times, a short period. In pandemic times, it's an eternity. Therefore, I repeat, vaccinate, boost, and distant trace as much as possible during that time. This is of utmost importance. In the very end, we will then know what to do, and therefore my line at the very end is hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yes. Actually, I would like to ask both to...
What science tells us already is that full vaccination and boosters provide the strongest protection against COVID that is available now. So we are in kind of a tug of war. On the one hand, you have the virus and the variants, and on the other hand, we have vaccination and boosters, and I want the second part to win. Should I start?
Of course.
Yeah. So,
imposing tests or quarantines. Do you think the certificate will be of any value?
1/3 of the European population is not vaccinated. These are 150 million people. This is a lot. And not each and everyone can be vaccinated. So there are very small children, for example, or people with special medical conditions. But the vast majority could. And therefore, I think it is understandable and appropriate to lead this discussion now, how we can encourage and potentially think about mandatory vaccination within the European Union. This needs discussion. This needs a common approach, but it is a discussion that I think has to be led.
Thank you very much. I'm Sebastian Montes from Forbes. My question for Madam President regarding the strategy in order to, but in other regions like Africa, we're seeing less than 3% of vaccination rates.
The IP waiver wouldn't bring you any kind of know-how or manufacturing capacity. It would only create uncertainty for the scientists. But a compulsory licensing would bring much more benefit in a pandemic like this one, because then the production and the transfer of know-how, and that's the essential, is certain. And this is what we have to bring to, for example, Africa, that they can really get on with the manufacturing of life-saving vaccines.